Hi, everyone. It's Coach Crystal, and welcome to this special live event. I am so excited that you are here with me. And as you all slowly come on, make sure you say hello. Let me know who is here. And if you end up watching the replay, make sure you put hashtag replay so that I know that you caught this episode. Now, I know that there are a few ladies we literally just welcomed into the group today. So if we are meeting for the very first time, welcome to the Ladies Get Fit with R3 closed Facebook group. I'm the owner, and my name is Coach Crystal, and I'm the CEO of R3 Evolution Fitness and the creator of the Revolve Life Method, which is the #1 mind-body online transformation and personal development coaching program. And it is my mission, my passion, and my purpose to educate, edutain, and really truly help women develop a healthy lifestyle they absolutely love by breaking self-sabotage barriers. And so I've been in the industry for over 16 years, helping women lose weight and never find it again. So if you are here, say hello. I see some viewers on here. Make sure you say hi, type in the chat box your name, where you're from, and if you have any questions at all, I would love for you to post them in the comment box. And at the very end of this special event, I will answer your questions. So let me know who is here. I would love to know who is here hanging out with me. I see Coach Janae shooting me a heart. Type in the comment box who is here. Hi, Jackie. I love your vision board, by the way. Coach Lean is here. And Anna, nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. Happy New Year. It's been that long. So hi, Coach Pat. Welcome. I've got my crew in the house. So for those of you who are new to me, please type in the chat box. Let me know where you're from. I would love to say a quick hello. And again, I've got my coaches in the house. I'll request Coach Pat and Coach Janae. If you notice any questions, if you can copy and paste them at the very end, and that way I can answer any questions that might pop up that I might miss as I kind of juggle all of these wonderful technology. Okay, so I am so excited that you're here, and primarily I'm here because you have probably watched one of or all of our Whoop replays. Now, our 5-day Whoop the Scale challenge workshop, we finished it off. It was a couple of weeks ago, but we got so much feedback from you all that we're unable to watch it live. So over the past 2 days, I have played all the replays so that you can catch up. So if you are here because you've watched the Whoop, you are in the right place. However, if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you didn't catch the Whoop sessions, you are still in the right place if you are ready to stop feeling defeated by the numbers you see on that scale. You know what I mean, right? Where you wake up every morning, strip down to your birthday suit, and you're about to step on, you start off with, I know the technique. You start off with your big toe and you peek with one eye to see what could possibly be that number on the scale. And you take a deep breath, you step on the scale, you open your eyes, and that feeling of defeat just overwhelms you. If that is you, and you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, and you're ready to toss that scale because you are defeated by those numbers, you're in the right place. Or maybe you've tried all the things, all the diets, all the fitness apps, all the YouTube videos, all the DVDs, all the pre-COVID, the personal trainers, the gyms, the boot camps, the weight loss programs. You've done it all. You've done all the things, and you're stuck. Nothing is working. Or maybe you're not stuck. Worse yet, the number is creeping up slowly, especially since this pandemic has started. And you realize I was good when we first got into this whole pandemic. I tried for 2 weeks, but no one is keeping me accountable. If that is you, you're in the right place. Or maybe it's been a battle your whole life. Maybe you've been struggling to lose weight and keep it off for good for a really, really long time. And you're finally recognizing, I'm done. I need help. This has to end. You're in the right place. Or for some of you, you've realized that it's time to put you first. You have been putting everybody else first, whether it be your kids, your spouse, your elderly parents, your career, and you are always dead last. Not just last, dead last. And you're done. And maybe you've decided 2021 is your year to feel fit, strong, healthy, fabulous, so that when this thing called the pandemic, this thing called COVID is lifted, and we have the freedom to go wherever we want, do the things that we want to do, socialize the way we used to, you are going to come out more confident and a whole brand new person that people won't even recognize you. And they're going to say, whoa, what did you do? You look amazing. If that is what you want for yourself for 2021, you're in the right place. But if from watching the Whoop, you learned everything you need to learn, you are good to go. You're like, Coach, thank you for those tools. I'm going to rock it now. I'm good. I can do this on my own. Then firstly, I want to give you a round of applause and congratulate you. And I'm so happy for you. I'm glad you got all you needed from the Whoop. And really, there's no need to stick around. I mean, you're more than welcome to hang out with me. But if you're good to go, you're no hard feelings. You're more than welcome to leave this special event if you're good to go. But if you are realizing I need to stick around to figure out how I can lose the weight, but more importantly, never find it again, then I want you to stick around and wait till the end, because I'm going to have an amazing opportunity for you. And the time is now. Now's the time to make that permanent change. Now's the time to get off that weight loss roller coaster, that hamster wheel of doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And why now? Well, my question is, if not now, when? Why not now? Why not learn how to break those self-sabotage barriers? Why not have a personalized, simple, step-by-step plan laid out for you? Not only laid out for you, but having coaches to support you, to carry you through, and a tribe of women, a community of women who will lift you up, because it will be tough. But then you'll have these amazing women to celebrate with, and coaches who know you by your first name and who care about you because your goal is their goal. If you need that kind of support, then stick around to the very end. Because at R3, nothing we teach at R3, from me or any of my coaches that are here, I've got a handful of my coaches right here. We're not about swindling humans to saying yes if they're not ready for a complete transformation. We're not interested in that. We only want to work with women who are ready to make a change, to be done with the quick fixes and are ready to make this a permanent lifestyle. And this is why there's an application process. There's an interview process, because we're looking for the right women. We're looking for women who want to be the catalyst in their family, to show their family that anything is possible, who are ready to live their dreams awake. We are looking for women who want coaching, who are coachable, who are ready to let their guard down, to create an awareness around those excuses that have been holding them back. At R3, we serve our members from a place of number one, integrity, number two, generosity, number three, transparency, and number four, heartfelt, mission driven invitations. And this is an invitation to you. Tonight, I'm going to share with you the inside scoop of the Revolve Life Method. And I'm not going to do it alone. I have two special guests with me who are both a part of our R3 Inner Circle and are currently in the Revolve Life Method program. But before I get them onto this Zoom with us, I just want to quickly high level overview the Whoop. So for those of you who watch the Whoop, you'll be reminded of what you learned, an overview. So WHOOP is an acronym. The WHOOP, the W stands for why. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to get healthy? Who are you fighting for? Knowing that's the inner driver. You don't need motivation, right? You don't need motivation if you have a deep enough why. The H in WHOOP is habits. In that session, I taught you how to break bad habits. You know the ones. You know those habits, okay? The ones that are not serving you. I taught you how to break them and how to be excited about creating the new ones that are going to help you achieve your why. And then the first O in WHOOP is all about the outcome. And I taught you how to demystify willpower. Are you doing certain things on your day-to-day that is draining your willpower? The second O in WHOOP was all about the outcome. So the obstacles, sorry. Are there limiting self-beliefs, what we call ants, those sin natures, those automatic negative thoughts, and they sound like procrastination, laziness, anxiety, stress, worry, fear of failure, FOMO, all of those ants. We talked about how do we create that awareness around them. And then P, I talked about the plan. And you are here to learn more about the plan. So I hope you're excited. Who is here? I see some hearts. Show me some hearts. Show me some love. If you are excited to learn about how to lose weight and never find it again, go throw up some hearts right now. I want to see that you are excited to go. And as you do that, I am going to now introduce to you my beautiful guests who are members of the Inner Circle, who are members of the Revolve Life Method. We've got Miss Nicole and Michelle, who are here to share and also to help me explain what it looks like inside the Revolve Life Method. So welcome, Michelle. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Coach.
And Nicole, I know she'll pop in shortly. So while we're waiting for Nicole to pop up, Michelle, I would love for you to just share about, firstly, how young you are, and your mom, what you do for a living, and what did your life look like before joining R3, and how is R3 different from anything else that you've ever tried?
Okay. Hi, my name is Michelle. I am 48 years young. I am married. I am the mother of a 7.5-year-old. I might as well say 7.5 going on 16-year-old girl. I work as an office administrator for a salty snacks company. So I'm surrounded by chips and popcorn daily. Before R3, I was just in a state where I was just at my heaviest. At one point, I looked at the scale, and the number that I saw was the same number that I was when I was pregnant. And that happened to have been, what, 6 years prior. And I thought to myself, how did I let it get to this? I was just always tired. I was cranky. I just had no energy. And I was just frustrated with myself. I did not like what I saw in the mirror. So before R3, I was not in a good place. And I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I think at that point, I was really ready for a change. I said, it's time to do something about it. So a friend of mine whose daughter, or both of our daughters were in the same ballet class, she had told me about R3. She was a member. And this was back in August, September of 2019. And I thought, okay, let me try this. She warned me that I would have to work. I didn't realize what she meant by work, but it wasn't a bad thing when she said work. She said, they're going to really make you work your mind, not only your body, but you're going to work your mind. So you know what? I said, let me just do this. I think I was online and I just did the application, and Crystal texted me right away. And we set up an appointment. And I won't lie, I was very, very nervous when I did this appointment because I am a person, I don't like big box gyms. I tried all these different weight loss programs. I've done isogenics. I did an outdoor boot camp. You know, of course, I think we all tried like the beach body workout. I've done Taibo, but nothing really stuck. I would lose the weight temporarily and then it would come right back. So I thought to myself, okay, there's something different about this R3 because they keep talking about mindset coaching. I've never even heard of this. So when I met with Crystal, she kept asking me, why do you want to do this? And I was very uncomfortable with that question. I'm like, why not? Why do you think I want to do this? Of course I want to lose weight. But she's like, but really, why do you want to do this? And I'm like, to keep up with my daughter. She's like, no, why? So it made me think that, okay, this is more than I expected. I'm going to have to think about why I'm doing this. And I was encouraged. And I thought to myself too, the amount of money that I spent on all these other programs, why not for once again spend it on myself with a program that I think will actually work, and it's something different. So I took the plunge and I joined, and I've been a member, as I said, since September of 2019. And we, of course, this is not one of those programs where you're only doing the nutritional component or the workouts. This is a lot more. The main thing for me that really helped me was the mindset coaching. It really helped me focus on why I was where I was at and what I needed to do to make certain changes in my life and to change habits, which really helped, and to figure out what triggered me to eat the way I did, to, I guess, and to behave the way I did. So I noticed certain patterns and I was able to be very mindful and very aware of them. And through the mindset coaching, and we have weekly group calls with our coaches, which is fantastic. It really, really helps you. I guess it grounds you and it makes you aware of what's happening and what you're doing and what not to do. So that really made a huge difference. And since joining R3, I guess my results, I would say, we had the first challenge that I did was the little black dress challenge, and I was very successful. I actually was the biggest loser. I had lost almost 20 pounds at that point, and I'm trying to remember how much I lost my body fat. I always have to look because I wrote it down somewhere. I think I lost 19 pounds and maybe 12 or 13% of my body fat and like 25 inches. And I've never, those results for me in a 2-month time frame, 6 weeks, was fantastic. And I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. And I was just so encouraged and I just kept going. And I've been a member since. And since then, overall, I've lost almost 40 pounds. I've lost 45 inches and 13% of my body fat. And I've been able to be consistent. I've maintained it. I have not gained the weight back, and I will never gain it back. I look at myself now and I see this is the me that I've always wanted to be, like the happy person, the person who is, helpful, happy with my family, happy, helpful with my coworkers. I'm just a better person. I'm in a better place, and I'm very aware of who I am and who I want to be and who I'm striving to continue to be. And this has been like one of the best decisions that I've ever made, to be honest. And this is not just me pitching, I'm being honest. This program does what a lot of programs don't do. And because obviously, if it didn't work, I wouldn't still be here. And I always encourage people to really join because it's fantastic. It's really changed my life.
And can I just say, can we, Nicole, can we give her a burger heart? Because, ready? Big burger heart. And I'll tell you why. Because you've kept that weight off throughout this whole pandemic. Whereas most women have put on the weight, right? But you've nailed it in the head, because this is a complete lifestyle. This is who you are, and you're not turning back. Not even a pandemic can have its grips on you,
No, and
right? That is amazing.
And I also found that the pandemic actually made me stronger because of this program. If it weren't for the mindset coaching, I would have lost my mind. The pandemic it was nothing to me. The pandemic was just like a blip on the radar. And it was just a challenge. And I'm like, okay, this is another challenge. I can handle it. I can do this. And the fact that I'm still at the weight that I strive to be is a great thing. So I'm like, okay, this is clearly amazing.
Can we just get that as a quote? The pandemic was nothing but a blip. That needs to be a t-shirt. Right? That's amazing. That's amazing. You're getting some burgers and some love. We've got some love and roses and thumbs up and burgers from our R3 tribe here, Michelle. So amazing. Nicole, hi. I would love for you to share as well, your life before R3, and you also experienced obviously this pandemic, and yeah, how has it changed your life so far?
Yeah. Hi, guys. Well, you didn't really need to invite me because, like, I feel like my story is like identical to Michelle's. Like, Michelle, I don't think we've ever like spoken, but like, I'm like, yep, 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 yep. It's just like, so I can just sign off because, but I think the difference and why I'm actually very inspired by your story, Michelle, because you have been around for much longer than me. Like, I just joined in October of last year. And so, I've signed up for the full year, and I'm absolutely looking forward to being in your position one day. There's still a lot of work for me to do, but like, that was my experience as well. I've tried so many different things. Nothing seemed to work long term. I absolutely could lose weight on lots of different programs. Anytime I wanted to lose weight, I could do it. And then I got into this like mindset of like, I remember even saying this many times, I've lost it before, I'll lose it again, right? But like,
You said that before. Yeah.
Like, what a drain on your, like, God, and what that's doing to my body, I don't know, I have no idea, but what it's been doing to my mind.
Yes.
I was in the same place as Michelle. Like, I just felt I was grumpy, miserable, not happy with myself. I also have a daughter who's, she's 8. It's my only child, and that of course changed a lot in my life. I was a Bay Street lawyer for 11 years, working at a big law firm, and so had an extremely busy job, sitting a lot of work pressures. I now work for a bank, so I have a bit more of a work-life balance, but still very busy because I have a daughter now, and she's in all kinds of extracurricular dance and all this other stuff that my life is for her and my husband. Like, it all became about everybody else but me.
Yes.
And so that's sort of like how I was at the time I joined. And I'm absolutely one of those people that during COVID, I packed on the pounds. I packed on 20 pounds since March of last year. I had heard about the R3 program, I believe through just a Facebook. You get the random, you're probably doing a little black dress challenge at one point, and I actually went into the studio. This is obviously a couple of years ago, to meet with Crystal. And I've shared this story before with others, that like, I was blown away when I came in, like off the street, and I had my first meeting with Crystal, and like, it was just, I was there for like, I don't know, like an hour almost. And same thing, like, I swear I had the same experience as Michelle. It was just like, well, why are you asking me these questions? Like, of course I want to lose weight. You have a little black dress challenge and you posted it on Facebook, and I'm here. Like, what do you mean? Stop asking me these stupid questions. But I knew enough about this concept of cognitive behavioral therapy,
Yes.
and all of this stuff. Like, I knew enough about that to sort of start to formulate in my mind this idea, and this little niggling in the back kind of saying like, I think this is kind of what you've been missing. Because for the longest time, and I was on the Dr. Bernstein program, oh my God, like a couple times, like once a year, pretty much, back and forth, and slowly would just literally lose weight, gain it all back, plus 10 pounds. And I did that over a period of 10 or 11 years, and I've gained 100 pounds. Like, I was also, Michelle, when I started in October, and I weighed myself, I was the same weight that I was like at the end of my pregnancy, like right before I dropped a baby. I was the same weight.
Wow.
And yeah, I did. How did that happen, right? So I started to kind of tune in, and unfortunately I couldn't join the program at the time just because the schedule didn't work. I was on the GO train every day, coming back from Toronto, and the schedule wasn't working for me. So I didn't start at the time. And of course, just went back to Bernstein or something else. Anyway, fast forward to last year, October, same thing. I saw something on Facebook, and I thought, oh, I remember this R3 thing. I remember this. You know what? It was a free 5-day workshop. And I thought, you know what? I'm done. I need to just start something different. And maybe this is the change I've been looking for. And I signed up after that 5-day Whoop workshop, and it's been all positive. I did the little black dress challenge. I lost the 20 pounds that I had put on, bunch of inches. I don't remember how much. And let me also point out, at the weight I was, like, it's very difficult for me to do a lot of exercises, right? So I had physical limitations. I have extremely bad back, my knees, never mind just trying to, you're huffing and puffing and working out, right? So I had a lot of physical limitations. At the beginning of the challenge, I threw my back out and I was literally laying on the floor. I could not even move my head up. Mm-hmm. Crystal's sending me messengers like, are you joining? And then when I told her my back was out, she gave me a recommendation for a chiro who I went to go see. So, she won't let up on you, that's for sure. But it's true. The one thing that I was missing all of this time, and I knew it, I just didn't know where to start, was the mind shift. Because, I can follow. I'm not like, I'm an intelligent person. I know how to read things. I know how to research stuff. I know how to follow a plan. Why can't I do this? What is the gap? So one of the things I've really enjoyed about this, the mindfulness part of it, is the awareness. And Michelle also spoke about this. Like, now there's no more shame, right? I don't have to lie to Crystal about what I've eaten or haven't eaten. When I was on the Bernstein program, you had to fill out a diet sheet. You think I'd write everything that I ate? Hell no. I wouldn't write what I ate on that plan. No, because I was cheating. Mm-hmm. And there were repercussions if you were cheating. I got kicked off of the Bernstein program, believe it or not, and put on a special, separate program that was supposed to help you be committed, but it was just shameful. I would go to the gym and sit in a sauna for 20 minutes and sweat as much as I could before I went to weigh in, right? Like, that's not good. And I knew it wasn't good, but you still do it. So I have been really enjoying the mindfulness aspect of this. One of the hardest things that Crystal told me to do was to throw away my scale. And it sounds so simple, but I was living and breathing by the weight on that scale. And, I would feel like if I got on it and I didn't see it changing, it really gets you down, right? Because your whole idea of success is focused on that. But it's not, right? Like, it's about healthy eating. It's about building towards something, right? And so that's what I've been really focusing on, and what I've been really enjoying about the program, and what is, like, I have not seen that done in any other program at all. Like, the focus is not actually on, weight loss. It's on building healthy habits. It's about, healthy foods, eating healthy foods. It's about creating a routine of, a fitness lifestyle. It's not about, okay, and all this is just because you want to lose weight, right? And so that's, I think, like, the most important thing that I've been learning. And, I'm still a work in progress. I have to go back, actually, Crystal, and think about my deep why, right? Mm-hmm. Because I just feel like I need to renew it. I need to think again about it, because I don't know that I ever got there. Mm-hmm. Now that I've had a bit more training in the program, and I know more how to think about things, I feel like I need to go back and revisit that, right? But the weekly check-ins too with the coaching is, an opportunity to kind of level set each week and kind of be like, oh yeah, like, have I been focusing enough on this? Like, am I thinking enough about my deep why? Am I being mindful? So I need that. I'm the type of person, I need that. If left to my own devices at this stage, I don't think I could do it. I wouldn't do it. I need to, train myself.
Nicole, I'm sure that there's a lot of women, and give a thumbs up if you also need that extra level of accountability. And thank you for sharing that. I'm going to actually share my screen. I just want to quickly high level overview what we're already talking about. And this is what we call REACT, our 3 pillars of health inside the Revolve Life Method. And you both have been sharing very intelligently, and thank you for your honesty as well, in terms of what the mindset coaching has done for you. And that literally is the first pillar, right? So the R3 actually stands for something. So the first R is we renew your mind with mind shift coaching, we refresh your body with functional fitness, and we restore your health with simple nutrition. And the ACT, the ACT, stands for accountability, community, and time. And so you both have already in your testimonies have shared the importance and the revelation that your success and your sustained success 1000% depends on the mindset. And thank you for sharing that you need to revisit your why, because that is the first lesson, is uncovering your why. That's the very first thing that we talk about, and one of the very first tools that we arm you with, because the secret to losing weight and never finding it again is number one, why are you doing it in the first place? Right? Because if your why was just losing 100 pounds, but it ended there, I mean, if that was a good enough reason, I want to lose X amount of pounds, there would be a lot more fit women walking around, wouldn't there? But there isn't, because that reason is not enough. Like you said, Nicole, I need to revisit, like, what is my why? What am I fighting for? Why am I doing this? Why is it important for me to lose that weight and never find it again? And then we talk about how we literally have a lesson called motivation is garbage, literally, right? We talk about how to develop and break those habits. We teach you tools on how to do that. We teach you, like you both said, we created an awareness around those sin natures, those excuses that have been both of you stuck on that hamster wheel. And we discover that there's normally three that are our biggest culprits. And the most popular one is procrastination, right? Laziness. And there's one called FOMO and or emotional eating. They're kind of like twins, right? And then we deepen that awareness, and you get even more tools throughout our whole program, so that yes, you are going to lose the weight, but most importantly, you're going to have all of this armor to protect you, because the procrastination, the laziness, this anxiety, the stress, that's called life. But now you're going to know how to deal with those stresses. You're going to know how to stop being a victim to them, because once upon a time, we would use food to, make us feel better. We would use food as a reward. We would use food as comfort. We would use food when we're lonely. We would use food when we're happy. We would use food when we're stressed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But now more and more through the mindset coaching, we're flipping the script, right? We're shifting that mindset. And both of you have shared beautifully how that is changing your trajectory. Like, I guarantee, I know, Nicole, you will be in Michelle's shoes, where you are going to be permanently at your healthy weight for life, because we're creating a lifestyle, right? So if now let's take a quick look at our second pillar, functional fitness. And I would love for you to share, Nicole, you said, obviously, with a lot of weight on your joints and on your back, it was a struggle at first, but how is your experience with the workouts now? So we have a hybrid of online workouts. We do live workouts where you're literally working out with the coach real time. For our local residents, we offer, outdoor boot camps when there's no snow on the ground, but with all of the workouts, because you've both worked out before, what's different? What's different about what we offer at R3? Are the workouts the same? Are you challenged? Is it suited for all fitness levels? Let's start with that.
Yeah. So one of the things that's great is for every workout that I've seen you guys do, there's always a progressed version and a regressed version, right? And so and the focus is always on safety, right? So that's first and foremost. Like, the coaches will walk through how to properly do each move, because there are so many different people at so many different levels. So the assumption is everybody's a beginner, and let's just refresh on how to do the actual move. And then basically, for me, just with encouragement from the coaches, both in the one-on-one session and actually during the sessions, even if they're not live, there's always that like reminder, go at your own pace, do the best that you can. If you need to, like, you know, if you're progressed and you need to shift to like the modified, do that. It's okay. It's okay. And there's like that constant reminder that just keep going. It doesn't have to be perfect, and you will eventually get to do a burpee. I think actually today, Coach Nelson in his session said, you know, you'll get there one day, because I still can't do a burpee without some assistance, right? And I feel like I'll never get there, but you know, I'm just doing my best, and that's what we're taught to do.
Do your best. That's all. You nailed it. Anything else that you wanted to add to that, Michelle, with in regards to the workouts at R3?
Nicole pretty much said anything and everything that I would have said. It's absolutely true. Of course, when you start, a lot of things you can't do. So I loved the fact that we had the regression version and a progressive version, because I couldn't do half of the stuff at the beginning at all. I was just like, I can't do this. And you guys were really good at instructing us of, I guess, how to do the moves properly and how to do them safely. And you gave us options. So that was great. And the workouts, what I liked about them, there's a lot of variety. We're not doing the same thing every day. There's always something different, and we're working different body parts, whether we're toning, whether we're doing a hit, whether you're doing boxercise. You have a variety. So that's what I liked. And like Nicole said, there's, my knees, I still have an issue with one of my knees, and I sometimes I have to do the regressed version, but you know what, I get through it. And you keep going, you don't stop, because once you stop, you're not going to start again. So, and what I liked, obviously, you have a lot of people, we're all at different levels, and there's no intimidation. It's all about encouragement. We always encourage each other to keep going, and we help each other. So that's what is inspiring about it, because of course, when you go, like for me at least, if you go to a big box gym, you feel intimidated because you have these people that are perfectly fit, and you're like, I can't do half of the stuff that they do. But this, you have ladies at all different levels, all walks of life, similar age group, who are at similar levels. Some are way ahead, well advanced, because they've hit their goals, and you have others that are beginners. So we all are at a level where we're encouraging each other. So that's what was great about it.
And how do you guys, when you're left onto your own accord, especially when you're doing home workouts, it's so easy to skip it. And so one of the things that we pride ourselves is accountability. So how is it, how do we help you guys with the accountability when it comes to the workouts?
Sweaty selfies. Workout, you have to post a sweaty selfie. So that holds you accountable. And you feel guilty if you don't do the workout, and you see all the other ladies posting their sweaty selfies, and you're like, why couldn't I do it? What was the challenge for me to do that workout when every other one of the members got it in? So, the whole accountability aspect is there. So right there, the sweaty selfies, as you're seeing right now on the screen, is really is one of the main ways to keep you accountable.
Don't show mine.
I won't. I'll pause right there. I'll pause it, Michelle.
I'm joking. And if I could just add, right? So when I first started, I thought, okay, I knew there's going to be workouts, but then I found out, there's workouts every day, right? So I was kind of not expecting, because usually when you start, it's like, okay, 3 times a week, guys, but it's like, no, there were workouts every day. Now they were only half an hour. So once I got over that hump of like my mind being scared of it, and I got into it, and I figured out, okay, when's the best time of the day, and I did all that. And now with just, again, the coaching, like, can I tell you what happened to me today? This morning, I actually was doing the workout, and I a little bit hurt my neck doing mountain climbers. I don't know what happened. I do them all the time. And so for whatever reason, I just did the wrong way. So I hurt my neck. And I had to stop also because I had a meeting and I had to drop out. Can I tell you how angry I was that I couldn't finish the workout? Like, hello,
when Nicole! Woohoo! We call that getting crystallized. Yeah. Woohoo!
I swear to God, I was actually like annoyed that I was like, crap, I can't and then of course I was like, well, and I have this thing at 8:00 tonight, so I can't do the rest of the workout. But anyway, kidding. The point is that, like just in a very short period of time, I'm already built this routine of like, I want to get this done, and that's my goal for today, and I want to knock it off my list and still like plug through it, right? So even tomorrow, like if my neck is still kind of crinky, I'm going to do what I can, you know? I'm just going to do what I can and do it.
And like you said, you'll follow the options that the coach
Yeah.
gives you, right? You do what you
Yeah.
can. And, I say to some of the ladies, even if, something is, it's way too out of your league, just march in the spot. Because at the end of the day, you're still moving. And what we're trying to develop is the habit of consistency.
Yeah.
Right. And that's exactly what we're doing. So moving on to the final pillar, which is simple nutrition. And talking about right now, we're just starting the 6-week hormonal reset challenge. And so, can you guys talk a little bit about how we keep you accountable when it comes to nutrition?
Well, I guess the same way, we do have to also post food selfies, but you also give us a nutritional program to follow. Right now, we're doing the hormonal reset challenge. So we have 6 weeks where we're eliminating certain foods from our diet. This week, we're eliminating meat. And I can't remember what next week is, but this particular challenge that we're doing, we're trying to figure out what foods trigger certain hormones in our body, which is great because back before we had any of these kind of at least for me, I didn't really focus on nutrition in this particular manner. I would eat whatever I wanted. Certain things I'm like, okay, I'm going to gain weight and I don't care. I'll figure out how to lose it. I'll work out, do whatever I need to do, or go on a cleanse, which was my thing. Isogenic cleanse was the thing I lived by. But with the nutritional component, we're taught how to eat properly, how to eat healthy. We do palm portion control, which helps us, control the amount of foods that we eat, which is fantastic. We're also doing intermittent fasting, and we also have a meal replacement. So we'll replace a meal with a smoothie, replace another meal with a salad, and then have one high protein meal. And all of that balances out our nutrition and helps with the weight loss as well.
And so thank you for sharing that, Michelle. And you've obviously, it's working because you've been able to sustain your healthy weight for over a year already. But for you, Nicole, like, how is it different, with everything that you're able to eat and the healthier versions of what you're able to eat and learning about portion control? Can you see this, being able to do this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, like I haven't been on a diet. Like I'm not on a diet. Like I don't feel like I have. Like I'm not on I'm not on a diet, which is crazy because it's like, again, every time I get on the scale, which is only after the end of a challenge, I get nervous because I think, oh my God, like I've been eating like nuts and I've been eating like, all these things that you were taught were like, oh, you got to stick to low carb and high protein and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, and I had this and I had that and sweet potatoes and all this stuff. And then I get on the scale and I lost another 7 pounds or whatever it is. So I just don't feel like I've been really deprived of anything. And it's for me who loves to cook, like when I have time. And this is one of the advantages of being in this COVID scenario and working from home is I've been just really experimenting with a lot of different things. Crystal has up my selfie from yesterday, and I made my own homemade cauliflower pizza dough. It was just like an experiment. Like, oh, let's try this cauliflower pizza. It was yummy. So like, I don't know. It just hasn't felt like a diet. And what I've learned is, there are healthier versions of your comfort foods. There are things that maybe you didn't even know about that you can try, and like overnight oats. I'm not an oatmeal person, but I found this like overnight oats. Now I could eat them every day. They're so delicious.
And I love that you threw the berries on there. It's so well balanced. Like I love your meals. They look like, Pinterest worthy pictures, but what I love that what you're sharing, Nicole, is that you're not on a diet. We don't teach deprivation. No. We don't teach restriction. This is something where I'm sure both of you ladies have done all the things where so many healthy, delicious foods were not allowed. And the more you restrict, the more you're going to crave it. Right?
Absolutely. Exactly. As soon as I said I was on a diet, like 5 minutes later, I'm thinking in my head, oh, I want those chips. I want this. As soon as I said it in my brain, I wanted it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thank you specifically for saying that. And just to quickly wrap up, we talked a lot about the accountability. Talk just a little bit about the community, the amazing women on the inside whom, like you both have shared, are in very similar shoes or there might be a few steps ahead, or they know exactly where you were because that was them not too long ago. What is the community like inside R3?
I will say that the community we have is very supportive. We are literally a tribe, we are a family. We have women of all different walks of life who have their different struggles, they're at different levels, and we're all in it together. We help each other, we support each other, we encourage each other. And it's fantastic because I mean, you have some women who have just completed fitness challenges, you have some who are beginning, and you have those who have been in the program for many, many years, some, some for a few months, and we all feel like we're in this together. There's
Mhm.
nobody who feels very isolated. We're just a tight knit group, and we all, like I keep saying, the support system is fantastic. The coaches are always there. They're just literally a phone call, a text, or a message away
Mhm.
if you have any questions or if you need the support. So they're there to guide you through everything, not only with the nutritional or fitness, just if you have any personal issues, they're there to help you, because a lot of times, sometimes these issues are what's triggering you to be in the position that you're in terms of just mindfully, mindless eating, or just not even working out because you don't have the mindset to work out. So this is what I love
Mhm.
about this program. We're a community. We're a tight knit
Mhm.
group.
Amazing.
We have so many people to help each other.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
if we have someone, there's a few ladies who are new, maybe they, have this is the first time they're even hearing about the Revolve Life Method. I'll ask you first, Nicole. And they're wondering, like, I've done all the things. Like, what makes this different? What makes this different?
I mean, I think we've hit on all of them, all of the things that I think make this different. Number one, it's the mind shift coaching. It's focusing on, the cognitive part of all of this. And then the rest will follow. That's not that I don't know. Okay, like Noom is like that app, but I mean, there's not a human being on the other end of that. It's all algorithms, right? And so, but it's just this. I don't know of any other program that really does that. And it's the regular touch points too, right? Because you can get a coach. I'm sure there's all kinds of coaches out there that do all kinds of things. Um, but like, you're going to pay a lot of money for that, and you're certainly not going to get the same touch points that we get through the program. And as I've said again, I don't feel like this has been a diet for me. So that to me is like a really big difference, especially on what I was so dependent on for many, many years, which is the Dr. Bernstein program. And just the freedom that I feel. It's very liberating. And listen, I am not, before I became a lawyer, I was actually a scientist. So I'm very science minded. And I was not one of these people who was all into like, oh, everybody, let's share and the community stuff. Like I can't, like, I'm not a big social media person. Like, I mean, I'm on it, but like not like some people. And I just can't believe how engaged I've been, how I've opened up. It's opened up my mind. Like, I know there are studies out there that talk about the importance of community when you're trying to lose weight or do anything change wise. And it's true. And I have been enjoying that aspect. So again, I don't think you get that in a lot of programs overall.
What about you, Michelle? Thank you so much, Nicole. If someone is kind of on the fence and, I'm literally going to open the doors for anyone who wants to learn about the Revolve Life Method to apply. There is a link up there to book a discovery call with me to see if we're a good fit. If they're thinking about that, I mean, what would you say to them? If they were afraid, Michelle, what would you say to these women?
Well, I will start off by saying, if you've literally tried everything, you wouldn't be here if you've tried everything, because you definitely have not tried this. This is very
Mhm.
different than anything that you've ever done. No other program really offers you accountability. No other program really has somebody who will touch base with you. A lot of times, like if you go to a gym, you're just in the gym and that's it. They just take your money,
Mhm.
and when you go home, you eat and do whatever you want. If you're on any of the other programs, it's just they're temporary fixes. What I find with this is like what Nicole said. This is definitely not a diet. I don't consider this a diet at all. This is a lifestyle change. This has completely
Yeah.
changed my way of thinking. The mindset is key. Every program that I've ever done has never had me asking about why I'm doing this. It has never had somebody holding me accountable, minding, watching what I'm eating, why I'm eating certain foods, why I'm not working out, why I did work out, just really questioning and making me think about why I'm here. And this program does
Mhm.
offer that. The amount of money, and if you're looking at the financial aspect, I guess the amount of money that you've spent on all those other programs, you're here today, obviously, because they didn't work. So
Mm.
it's worth finally jumping into a program that allows you to commit to yourself. You're taking care of you. We as women, a
Yeah.
lot of times we don't do that. We worry about everybody else, and we always put ourselves in the corner and figure if things will work itself out, and it never happens. So for once, I think it's fantastic. If you really are ready and willing, you should really look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, I want to do this for me, and actually do it. Because I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing to lose.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
For
but yes, if someone
yeah,
says, if someone's thinking, and they're afraid of the investment, Nicole, what would you say to that?
mm. Well, I was just gonna add on to Michelle's comments and just say, for me, this is the last program I'll ever be on, right? So,
You're the last stop, Nicole. This is the way out,
like,
off the weight loss roller coaster. This
that's right.
way.
Listen, I would have already, if I was stayed on Bernstein all this year, I would have already have spent, let's see, 600 a month, like, so do the math. I would have already have spent more than that and would stop and just come back the year later because nothing was going to change. Nothing was going to change on my own. Absolutely not. So for me, this is the last stop, and this is an investment. I've sort of characterized it in my brain as like, it's like I'm taking a course. It's like I'm getting a university degree in mindfulness and nutrition, and I'm educating myself, right? Once I've educated myself and I know what to do and how to adjust when things happen, or what else? I just need tweaks, right? I just need to keep learning. So for me, this is the last stop, and maybe it takes me a year, maybe it takes me 2 years, and maybe, we'll see. I'm not thinking about that. I'm just focusing on the here and now, and I'm fortunate enough to have some insurance that covers this, and so I encourage you to explore what avenues you have that way, because now, especially now during COVID, I'm hearing a lot more from employers about the mental health aspect of COVID and the impact and the importance of good nutrition and exercise in keeping your immunity up, right? So there's a big focus on that these days. So I'm sure there's going to be more resources out there for that kind of stuff. But in the meantime, it's up to you to kind of, make that decision. And I mean, it was a great decision for me. So I encourage, I've already told a bunch of people about the program on my end. So you should be getting some phone calls, Crystal.
Awesome.
Because people are asking me
we're
what's,
ready.
yeah.
We're ready to extend our
Exactly.
family. So girls, I just wanted to
Yeah.
say thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing your experience. I invite you to, rewatch this. There's a lot of amazing comments in here and love and support for the both of you. Any questions that you might see that we missed, please go ahead and DM those women. But now I just want to open. I'm really excited to let you know that doors are open. Registration is open until Thursday. For the Revolve Life Method. So if you have been inspired to learn more, if you are ready to get off that weight loss roller coaster, if you're ready to be like, this is it, this is the last stop for me, I'm done. I am, like both of them said, sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. I'm ready to get off this nauseating hamster wheel. Then I invite you to book a discovery call with me. The link is right there. My schedule's there. Book a time. I would love to meet you. I would love to get to know you, and you would be a part of an amazing family, including these inspirational women whom are really, truly, whether they know it or not, they are inspiring so many women right now. And most importantly, your girls. So, and that's a thing that brings joy to my heart, that I know your girls are watching you, and it's evident that you're implanting a healthy lifestyle in them now when they're watching you. They're watching you. And what a wonderful, wonderful thing that you're doing as mothers. So thank you so much to my guests, Nicole and Michelle. Thank you to my coaches and my tribe that has stuck around and watched. It has been an honor to serve you. And I do hope that you take advantage. Again, doors are open until Thursday. Book that discovery call, and we are going to welcome you with open arms inside the R3 family. So girls, thank you again. You guys are exactly what awesome looks like. Love you both. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night, everyone.